What is up, YouTube? Back with another video. This video I'll be going over the pagan holidays. So I haven't been posting because I've been trying to get right with God, and and I'm still working on it. And I'm making this video because God put in my spirit that I have to make this video because pagan season is coming up. It's already up actually because Halloween just passed, and now it's about to be Thanksgiving, and and I want to go over the three main pagan holidays just for this video. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. There's other pagan holidays that have been listed right now, like Father's Day, Mother's Day. You may be like, why Father's Day, Mother's Day? It's because you should be honoring your father and mother, like every day. And I know we fall short, but we gotta get back up. So Christmas, Easter. Well, we also can't celebrate Easter, but yeah, we can't celebrate Easter. And so I'm gonna go over Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. So let's start with Halloween. So obviously, Halloween is a pagan holiday because because like it's a pagan holiday. Just look at it. Halloween, Dia de los Muertos. I'm gonna just mention that too because it's right beside it. They're not really the same thing, but they're still both pagan holidays because Dia de los Muertos is about like like when you die, like you go to like. Have you ever just think of when you watch the movie Coco? It's like that because it's kind of hard to explain. But like where just you, it's like a spirits come to the land of the living like after like on those 2 days, and that's just a bunch of like paganism, a bunch of tradition of men, and we don't want to be celebrating that kind of stuff. So let's go on with Halloween. Halloween. Okay, so let me share my testimony. So for Halloween, I remember it's actually this year, so it's like a month ago, or like a month and a half ago. I was thinking like okay, so I remember in fifth grade, like people weren't like really celebrating Halloween, and that was more back then. Like that was like at a certain time period. I'm not gonna say too much because you know what? Fine. I'm in eighth grade, and when I was in fifth grade, when it was COVID-19, yeah, it was COVID-19, and that was happening, and people were like, like it was starting to decline, like women was starting to be like, like starting to be feminist and stuff like that. Like it was already existed, but like the rising, but like it was in 2020, so and I was in elementary school, so it's not gonna be like so like huge there. But anyway, Halloween, we were walking like in the line, and they were saying like, oh, I don't celebrate Halloween, I don't celebrate Halloween, and yeah, there was people that didn't celebrate Halloween, but thankfully for my mom, she didn't let me do the Halloween activity and just maybe do the math work, and but that was when I was before I was in the truth, and it's surprising how your own family members can just like yeah, they're doing good, but like when you're good in the truth, now they switch up. So that's one testimony. When we got back from school, like let's say like after October 31st, and then like November 1st, November 2nd, November 3rd, just after Halloween, and then it was the first day of school. Like after Halloween, when we got back, my Spanish teacher was saying like, "Oh, what did you guys do for Halloween?" But I'm thinking like, well, I'm thinking right now like, how come she is talking about that Halloween? Like, why is she so concerned about that? She's a Christian woman because she told me like, am I a Christian? And I think she was also a Christian too, because last year when I was in seventh grade, I didn't want to celebrate. I didn't want to partake in Dia de los Muertos thingies. So and I didn't. But she was like just think of like, why are you so, she didn't say this, but like it gave me the vibe of like, why, you're being like crazy or weird about this whole thing, you're being like overly religious or something like that. That's what she was like trying to tell, like that's what I got a vibe off that. It was in seventh grade, that was last year. This year she understood, she didn't let me do, she just gave me an alternative assignment. So that was good, for Dia de los Muertos, but that was like Dia de los Muertos around there. And Halloween, she was like telling the people in my class, like, are you, like, she was saying like, why, no, she was like, what do you guys celebrate for Halloween? Like, what you dress up? And people were like, and then boom, like, someone like, and I saw, and then the girl from my art class was literally dressed up for Halloween. So like, it's crazy how people, it's just they don't know that, and I'm making this video so like by chance like people all across the world, or even my classmates can see this video so they can know like these are pagan holidays. If you don't believe me, I have it memorized. In Colossians chapter 2, verse 8, we were less enemies for you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, not after Christ. So when you celebrate these pagan holidays, you're partaking in just in the tradition of men. In Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. So I just backed it up with the Bible. So you can't argue with me like, oh, what? Because I just backed it up with the Bible. So that's what the Bible says. That's not what Kevin Huff says. That's what the Bible says. So anyways, as well, I was saying, I want to move to Thanksgiving because like you see like people that you think will be Christians, they just celebrate Halloween. So anyways, Thanksgiving, it was mass genocide. Let me share my testimony for Thanksgiving last year. So Thanksgiving last year, I was in 7th grade and I was getting persecuted because I didn't want to partake in the Thanksgiving dinner that my family was doing, and I got persecuted by my own family member, and he was telling me like how I was being like overly religious, I was being weird, crazy. Like he didn't say like I was being weird and crazy, I don't think, but he was like giving me the vibe of like I was being overly religious because he was comparing me to the people that are overly religious, and like those people that say that if you walk 5 steps on the Sabbath day, you'll die or you'll be condemned to hell or something like that. And that's so overly religious. But he was comparing me to that because he thought like when I wasn't celebrating Thanksgiving, he probably thought that I was one of those people. So he probably thought I was weird and crazy, even though like I'm not overly religious. I'm not being overly religious. I'm just not partaking in evilness. I'm not partaking in the pagan holiday, the traditional men Thanksgiving. So that's my testimony. You shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving, and because Thanksgiving, like, don't celebrate that as the traditional men, and it will lead you dark path. Anyway, now I'm gonna go to Christmas. So so Christmas. Yeah, you might be like, what? But what do you mean Christmas? Jesus was born on the 25th of December, but when I look in the Bible, it doesn't say that. He doesn't say he was born on the 25th of December. Look in the Bible, in the book of Jeremiah, it talks about don't learn the way of the heathen. For one, cut a tree out of the forest and decorate it with silver and gold. What do people do on Christmas? They do what these people are doing right now in this scripture I'm showing you guys. And how do I remember this? Because I studied the Bible to show myself improved. So I studied the Bible, and recently I've been like studying the Bible, but like not just studying the Bible, but like since I read the King James version, it's like harder. So I just like look at words I don't know and then I search it up to see what they mean. But I don't do that all the time. Like for example, I'm not gonna do it today, even though I usually do it like on the Sabbath days, because today's a Sabbath day. Because like I'm making a video and I gotta do other stuff too after Sabbath day, because I got work to do after Sabbath day, um and I gotta do my work because like I gotta work towards what I want to do, because I'm not gonna say too much, because when you tell people about your about your plans, you get that dopamine off it and then you don't really do it. That's what Mark the Messenger, he made a video about that. So Christmas, you don't want to celebrate Christmas because Christmas, I think, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not so sure, but I think it has something to do with Nimrod. Yeah, well, I think it has something to do with Nimrod. I'll leave it up there. I think this is Mark the Messenger's post, but you can read it right there, and you can read it. Pause the video if you have to. I'll leave it for like 3 seconds, but pause the video if you want. Anyways, it was the birth of Nimrod. So you're celebrating the birth of Nimrod instead of celebrating the birth of Jesus, because Jesus wasn't born on the 25th. Jesus wasn't born on the 25th. Nowhere in the Bible does it say it. And also in the book of Jeremiah, it talks about cursed be the day I was born. Cursed be the day I was born. So it talks about like cursed to be the day that I was born. I'm not entirely sure if it's talking about Jesus, but it's in the book of Jeremiah. But if it says cursed the day I be born, why would you want to celebrate Jesus Christ's birthday? Like, so it's a whole lie. Like, Satan deceives the entire earth according to the book of Revelation. So you guys gotta stop celebrating these pagan holidays, and I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I used to celebrate these pagan holidays, but not anymore. And I know that I shouldn't really like be making videos if I'm trying to get right with God, but if you think about it, I'm not celebrating the pagan holidays. So how does it make me a hypocrite if I'm making a video telling you guys not to celebrate it if I'm not celebrating it? Yeah, so I can make this video. I'm probably not gonna make a lot more videos because I'm still trying to get right with God. But just what you can do is like pray for me, so I can like get right with God, and stuff like that. And also like when I'm in 8th grade, there was this girl in my class. She sits in front of me in I think art class. She was like getting mad at me because like I didn't want to. I was planting a seed in someone about like how we can't celebrate Christmas, and when I was telling him about that, that girl in front of me was like, oh, what do you mean? I can't remember exactly, but just think of it how she was like, how Satan's using her to attack me, even though she's a so-called Christian, and I can tell like the way she dresses, like a Christian woman wouldn't dress like that, but modern day Christianity, they don't care. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.